Welcome to the state of boxing, and welcome the champ, Mikaela Mayer. I had a close fight last time. I didn't think this was so close. What was the difference?
I think just me sitting on my shots and committing to my hooks more. Those hooks were coming over the top. You know, Sandy tends to stand straight up. You know, she comes forward and she's strong. She puts the pressure on, but she's straight up and down. So we worked chopping her down with those hooks over the top.
Also looked pretty good coming out with the jab and the feints, but you look like you've been fighting your welterweight your entire life.
It's because I've been needing to move to welterweight for a long time. So when I finally did, just it took a good solid year and a half of hard work, and this is where I'm comfortable. This is where I should have been.
Listen, this was an extraordinary 2 fights. How do you think we'll look back on it?
Wait, I can't hear you.
How do you think we're going to look back on this series?
It was a great 2 fights. You know, I think that the women are getting better and better, and I think me and Sandy just set the new bar for what fight should look like, what competitive fight should look like. You know, I'm really proud of the women right now because if you look at our fights, going into this fight, me and Sandy, the odds were even. We're both -110, -115, and those are the type of fights that the women's are putting on. Even fights, 50-50 matchups, and those give you these type of performances.
You're also doing immediate rematches with it's like, you know, moving heaven and earth for the guys. If you lost, there was a rematch clause. You certainly didn't. What do you see ahead for you? I know there's been a lot of talk about Lauren Price and unification.
Yeah, you know, getting through Sandy, I wanted to give Sandy the rematch because it was a great fight. It warranted a rematch. That's when I believe a rematch should happen, is when the fans want it, when it's warranted. So we did that, but I beat Sandy twice. Now it's time for me to move on and go for undisputed, which is Lauren Price.
I want to ask you, because there was so much bad blood. I've never heard you like that in lead up to a fight. Do you feel differently now? Do you think that as this goes in your rearview mirror, you'll start to think differently of Sandy, with each other?
No, I wanted to kick her, and I did.
Congratulations. It was a great fight.